Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today we're going to be talking about imposter syndrome. And we're going to be talking about how to live our best lives. So if you're interested, let's get into the video. Alright, so you might be like, what is imposter syndrome? Might have never heard of it. I will tell you. I have my laptop here. I looked up the definition. There's so many definitions, but here's one that I found. It says, imposter syndrome is the internal psychological experience of feeling like a phony in some area of your life, despite any success that you have achieved in that area. You might have imposter syndrome if you find yourself consistently experiencing self-doubt, even in areas that you typically excel. You may feel a restless or nervousness, and it may manifest as negative self-talk. I want to make a video about this because I felt imposter syndrome in a lot of areas of my life, and I'm sure you guys have as well. And it can be very limiting to the goals or things that you want for yourself now and for your future. You can't have that mindset because life is so short. There's so many things we can do with our time here, and we don't have time for imposter syndrome. All right? So personally, I think a lot of imposter syndrome comes from the fear of failure and maybe the fear of like what other people will say about you. Maybe there's something that you've always wanted to try. Maybe there's a job that you've always wanted to, that's been your goal job, or you've always wanted to travel to this place or to that place, but you're like, I can't do that. Or you're like, I see people in these jobs and I'm not like them, so because of those reasons, like, I can't do it. You know, but that's not true. I think the only thing that separates people from other people is knowledge, and we can all learn a few things, okay? We have access to Google, YouTube, you even learn a lot on TikTok, well, at least I do. So I honestly think that's the only thing that separates people. I mean, people like to try to think that they're better than others because of other reasons. I don't know. It's not true. Okay, we're all humans. We're all here on Earth, you know? Like, I don't know why people are always trying to separate each other, but the only thing that I feel truly separates people is knowledge and facts about a certain thing. So say I want to become a lawyer. The only thing that's separating me from these other lawyers is whatever they learned in law school, you know? And I can go to school, I can learn how to be a lawyer, I can learn laws, you know? I got books, we have access to so many things now that if we just put our mind to it and buckle down and learn, you know, we can do it as well. There's no reason that we can't do it. And I know that there's sometimes, you know, reasons like money or certain things that are out of our control, but we do have, like, we're able to, there's a helicopter. There are so many things out of our control, but we can decide to make little steps every day towards the goals that we have for our future, for ourselves, because this is our lives. We can basically control as much as we can control the different steps we make. Back to my scenario of being a lawyer. If I know I want to be a lawyer, my little step that I'm taking, maybe after I'm going to try to get the best grades in high school as I can. Next step to that is I'm going to try to take the classes I need to take, major in the classes I need to take in college, do well in those classes, focus is key. Focus is key. Focus and get the good grades and do whatever I need so I can get into law school. I think we make things a lot harder on ourselves because we try to do too much at once. But if you have a goal in mind, all you need to do is focus. You need to buckle down, learn what you need to learn, and you can do it. It might take time. It's not going to happen overnight. Maybe you try a bunch of times to, get into law school and it's not working out. Like, just pivot. Try to change maybe how you're studying, or, I don't know much about law school, but what I'm trying to say is that, maybe change some things up to help you become, a better candidate to get into school. A lot of videos I talk about are nursing because I am a nurse, and I've seen some comments of people saying that they're struggling with the NCLEX exam, which it is a hard exam, so I get it. People have said that they've taken the exam once and they've not passed it, and they're just, worried about taking it again. But if that's what you truly want to do, if you truly want to be a nurse, like, you just keep going at it and you keep trying to prepare yourself as best as you possibly can. And I just feel like only good things can come out of you, like, keeping going after it, trying different ways of studying, trying different programs, ways of going about it. I just know that, a lot of us live our lives in fear of failure, and not excelling in whatever it is we want to do, but that's going to hold us back. And I always think about when I'm older, hopefully I make it to live a lot of years of life. But I think about when I'm older and when I can't move as well, and when all I can really do is just sit. And I just think about, what I did in my life and how did I live my life. And I want to live a life that's exciting. I want to live a life that I don't have any regrets. I mean, we're always probably going to have some regrets, but I don't want to ever regret not trying to go after what I want, not trying to be my best self. I want to live the best life that I can possibly live, the most fulfilling life that I want. And that all comes down to me and my motivation and my discipline to do those things. And I just believe that we all have it in us to excel in life. And even if you don't necessarily reach where you want to go in life, like, you can pivot and find something else that might work better for you, and that doesn't make you a failure because you didn't reach this goal that you wanted. We're just pivoting out here, you guys. We're just pivoting. If we live in a failure mindset, we're always going to be doubting ourselves. We're always going to feel bad about ourselves. And no one's got time to feel bad about ourselves when we have such a small time here on this earth. You know what I mean? We have to stop saying, I can't do this, or I'm incapable of doing that, or because of my past, I can't do XYZ. We have to start telling ourselves that we can do it. We have to start telling ourselves that it's okay if it takes more time than we initially planned. We have to start telling ourselves that we are capable of doing it, that we are smart enough to do it, that we have the resources to do it. And just because someone else did it a certain way doesn't mean we have to do it that way. We can do it a different way. We have to believe that we can do it. And I know that takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. But I remember when I was in high school and I had to take the speech class, even in college I had to take a speech class. My mom told me to fake it till I made it because your girl doesn't like to present. But she told me to fake it till I made it, and that's kind of what you have to do. You have to, maybe if you really don't believe that you can do it, you have to fake the confidence and fake that in the belief that you can do it, because you can. And it's only you that's limiting yourself. So I'm speaking to the choir. I'm speaking to myself as well, you guys. It's hard. It's really hard to do. But I think by getting out of the imposter syndrome mindset and believing that we can do whatever we set our minds to, we are going to, that's how we live our best lives. That's how we grow. That's how we become better people. And that's how we inspire ourselves and maybe other people as well. We are way too hard on ourselves. Don't be hard on yourself, okay? Make sure we celebrate our little successes, our tiny wins, and just look back and see that you've start today. And then in a year, you'll look back and you'll be so proud of all the progress that you've made. And that starts with little daily deposits into becoming the person you want to be, whether it's your career, whether it's working out, whether it's learning new things or traveling. It doesn't have to be huge. You just have to take daily little steps, put small deposits into yourself and your well-being every day. And I believe it's going to be good for you and for me, for all of us. It's going to be good for all of us. We're not living in fear anymore, and we're going to be out here living our best lives. I found this Google image, and it talks about how to combat imposter syndrome. And it's geared more towards small business owners, but it can be applied to all of us. So here it is. The number one thing it says to do is to acknowledge and share your feelings. It's okay if you are having self-doubt. Like, self-doubt is normal, but you should acknowledge that, take hold of those emotions, because they are just emotions. You don't have to, your emotions aren't always reality. Although I'm feeling this way, I'm going to act in a way that is the opposite of what I'm feeling right now. I might feel bad right now, I might feel like I can't do it, but you tell yourself that you know you can do it, and you're going to take steps to do whatever it is you want to do. And that's part of the second thing it says, is challenging your thoughts. There's a lot of thoughts that pop into our heads, but we don't have to accept those thoughts as our reality. We can say, oh, I'm feeling this way, but you know what? I'm choosing to be better than this thought. I'm choosing to think better than this thought. You know what I mean? Challenge those thoughts, people. Third thing, stop comparing ourselves to others. This is like the biggest thing. We put people on a pedestal that they don't need to even be on, because why? They're just people. Like, they're going through the same things as we are. Maybe they're good at faking it. Maybe they're doing the fake it till you make it. We don't know. But we need to stop comparing ourselves to other people, because we're all in the same boat here. We just gotta learn. We just gotta learn. Fourth thing was practice accepting praise, which kind of goes along with the last thing, which is to celebrate your success. So once you get to wherever it is, set small goals so it doesn't feel so daunting. And once you reach whatever your goals are, celebrate that and appreciate that. And be like, I did that, because you did do it, okay? Because we all knew you could do it. We all knew you could do it. So celebrate your wins and don't quickly jump into the next thing. Just really appreciate what you've done, how far you've come, and you better love that for yourself. All right, guys, I'm gonna stop rambling here, because I feel like this has been one big ramble. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you found some inspiration from it, and let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced imposter syndrome, how you deal with it, and just your experience with this topic. Let me know what videos you want to see next, and I will make them. And yeah, have an awesome day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.